Alright, what up, Adamsters? Welcome back to another Dokkan battle video. Some crazy news. LR Piccolo and Goku EZA, and a new LR and Piccolo coming out, and they are absolutely busted. Even the EZA is good, but we're gonna go over their details. Now, I didn't get Vegeta, so I'm hoping that since I didn't get Vegeta, the game will give me LR, Goku, and Piccolo, STR. And also, we're getting 30 dragons, actually, 33 Dragon Stones because the LR Easy is coming out. And I have 0 right now. I did single, so I do regret it now. Because I'm only going to have 33. I'm going to have to find a way to get 17 more, but we should be able to find a way and see what happens. Alright, let's get into the video. Basic effects, attack and defense 300%, receives an additional key +1 per key sphere obtained, which is pretty nice, so you don't have to worry about getting his 18 key. High chance of performing a critical hit, nice. For 5 turns from the character's entry turn, randomly changes key spheres of certain type to STR key spheres, damage reduction rate 70%, and guards all attacks for 5 turns, which is crazy. Starting from the 6th turn, damage reduction rate 10% per key sphere obtained up to 70%. So you can have that damage reduction rate at 70% permanently if you can get 7 orbs. The thing about them is they also change key spheres. So if you can get 7 key spheres, you're going to permanently have that 70% damage reduction, which is crazy. This is where he gets very interesting. For every STR key sphere obtained, attack and defense 60%. All enemies attack and defense 10% up to 50%. I mean all allies. All enemies defense is lowered no more than -50%, which is crazy. He's gonna be able to make your nukes hit like nukes. He himself, I think, is gonna be a nuke. It's pretty cool that they have this in a character. I really like it, but I would rather get for every type key sphere obtained, STR excluded. So I would try my best to get non-STR key spheres, because look at this. Defense is 70%, and all enemies attack goes as low as -30%. So that is absolutely crazy. That lowering an attack could potentially be the reason some of your units survive. I'm just saying, could potentially be the reason some of your units survive. Now, I think I would keep this guy in first slot, and his leader skill is going to be pretty good as well, but we'll go over that real quick. When the finish effect is not activated, interrupts the attack enemy when attacking with 18 or more key. When receiving an attack with 18 or more key, defense 150%. And when the finish effect is activated, or when attacking with 24 key, attack is 50%. Performs a critical hit when there's a pure Saiyan category enemy or an extreme class enemy. He is going to be very good. I think that they did a phenomenal job on this LR Piccolo and Goku. Definitely first slot runnable. You got the 70% damage reduction. You got the attack increases, the defense increases. You got the attack lowering, the defense lowering. So yeah, I think he's gonna be very good. Greatly reduces attack for 4 turns, causes mega colossal damage to enemy, and seals super attack. So the fact that his super attack doesn't raise defense, you're gonna have to get that 7. You're gonna have to get those orbs in order for him to survive. That's the one thing that's looking bad for him. But getting those orbs for the damage reduction and the defense increase and the attack increase is going to be the reason you survive. So you can put him in first slot because his attack, his super attack already doesn't increase defense. So you might as well. And I do think he is first slot capable, 100%. Raises attack by 17% temporarily per charge count. Yeah, it's just more of an attack. But I do think this LR Goku and Piccolo are going to be good for a very long time. I don't know why it doesn't say how much they lead the category for. I don't know what's up with that. Oh, maybe Piccolo's better, right? Maybe the Piccolo's better. Hybrids, yeah, look at that. Sane Saga or Earthbred hero category. Key +3 HP attack and defense plus 200%. Oh, that was a standby phase. So this is the actual. Okay. I love how they're 200%. Okay, so this is the actual one, alright? Here we go. Key +4 attack and defense 250. Launches an attack that has a great chance of becoming a super attack. High chance of performing a critical hit and guards all attacks. When attacked with 12 or more key, attack 300. When receiving an attack with 12 or more key, defense 200. That's nice. When the character is second or third to obtain key spheres, launch an additional attack that has a great chance of being a super attack. Earthbred Fighters category ally. Sane Saga category ally. Holy support. For 3 turns from the character's entry turns, damage reduction rate 50%. For 8 turns from the character's entry turn, great chance of evading enemies' attacks. Starting from the 9th turn from the start of battle, key +4 attack 250, chance of performing a critical hit, and damage reduction rate 60%. Huh. I mean, I love the chance of 60%, but like the standby phase, I don't know. I don't know about this now. Stands by for 10 turns though. So for 10 turns, I think he's gonna be unkillable. But hey, you know what? I'm not complaining. Raise attack. Yeah, so Piccolo is not a first slot unit, but the standby phase Goku is definitely a first slot unit. This Piccolo is still going to be good, but I don't think he's going to be anything crazy now. I mean, looking at his like this, I don't know, looking at his details, it's cool he has damage reduction rate 50% for 3 turns. It's cool, his support is insane. For 8 turns from the character's entry turn, he has a great chance of evading enemies. So he has a 50% damage reduction rate. Then he has a great chance of evading. And then starting from the 9th turn, he permanently has a chance of getting critical hit and damage reduction rate 60%. So very, very good. If you can get the chance of 60% damage reduction, this guy is going to be unkillable. I'm just going to say right now, this guy is going to be unkillable. We got the attack and defense increase. We got the damage reduction rate. He gets defense when before he takes when receiving an attack. So I do think, and he has a chance of doing a great chance of doing an additional super attack as a second or third slot character. So I do think in the second and third slot, this guy is going to be unkillable. That is if you get the chance for the critical hit and the damage reduction rate. But yeah, other than that, I think he will get killed. But I think he's going to be a very, very good unit for a very long time, especially because his standby phase is 10 turns. And his standby is going to be very, very... His standby is top tier, 100%. Let's go over his animations, though. His animation is super clean. I'm going to try and get them. If I can get them, I can finally make a newer, updated Saiyan Saga team. Not only that, but I can have a permanent second slot character who's going to for sure survive everything that gets thrown at him. Pretty cool animations. I think this is... So I think the main thing for this guy is you want to get him in that standby phase because his standby phase is so busted. But then also his normal Piccolo phase is so insane as well because you can get a chance for 60% damage reduction. But his support is honestly top tier as well. So you have him supporting, and then you have Tech Raditz supporting. That team is going to be top tier now. And we didn't even go over the details for the busted EZAs yet. Really cool animations. Now, I don't know if this is just Goku's attack. I think that one was Goku's attack. And I think this is when the standby phase finishes or when you use the anime. I don't know. I'm not sure. But let me know down below how excited you guys are. Because, I mean, they did a really good job with these two. A very, very good job. I'm not going to lie. Holy, that's a sick animation. What a KO screen right there. I wonder how much damage that would do, man. I honestly wonder. But we're moving on to my boys. And I have these guys, so I don't have to worry. These guys could be very, very good too, right? Let's just see. Attack and defense. So damage reduction rate 35% as a basic effect is very nice, very nice. For 7 turns from the character's entry turn, 7 turns. Key +5 attack and defense 150 and guards all attacks. Randomly change key spheres of certain type of physical STR to rainbow key spheres. That's nice. When there's another Saiyan Saga category ally attacking the same turn, damage reduction rate 10% before attacking. And if there's another Earth protecting heroes, an additional damage reduction rate 10%. 35, 45, 55. You can have 55% damage reduction rate permanent on this guy. And for 7 turns, he's guarding all attacks as well, with the attack and defense 150%. After receiving attack as a first attacker in turn, he +3 launches an additional super attack. So he wants to be in the first slot. He wants to be a first slot unit. Because he has insane, already 55% damage reduction, plus that guards all attack for 7 turns, plus the attack and defense. So we'll see. Before receiving 7 attacks in the battle, key +3 and defense 300%. I mean that's pretty trash. I'm not gonna lie. Before receiving a 7 attacks in battle, but like it's whatever. Pretty nice to have that big chunk of defense, I guess. When attacking with 18 or more key, attack 50%, chance for critical rate 20%. When receiving attack with 18 or more key, this is nice. Defense 150 and damage rate 15%. The only thing I'm concerned about him is he loses his attack and defense 150%. I know he has defense 150% here, but then he loses his defense 300%. Like, he's losing a lot. I know he has really, like, he has like 65, 70% damage reduction rate. But is that good enough for first slot? Like, it depends on what his stats are. We'll have to wait to see what his stats are. But at least, I mean, he loses this. He loses this. All he has is the 2. I don't know. Maybe he'll be good, and I'm not thinking about it correctly, but we'll see. When activating the active skill or when attacking with 24 key, attack 100%, chance of performing critical hit 30%. So he has a 50% chance of critical hitting and then a 70% damage reduction rate. And if he can be in first slot, this would having another first slot unit for my Saiyan Saga team would make my Saiyan Saga team so much better. I think I'd be able to beat a lot of the hard content then, just from this guy. I wouldn't even need the new characters, just from this guy. And then, yeah, so let's go see what his super attack details are. Greatly raises attack, greatly raises defense for 1 turn, greatly raises attack, greatly raises defense for 1 turn. See, I think he's gonna be good. Honestly, I think he'll be good in first slot. Man, I only have 1 copy of him. Everyone here, look at this guy. Like a whole, like 100% basically. Wow, congratulations, bro. But yeah. Oh, I forgot about Piccolo. I forgot you can exchange with these guys. I'm so dumb. So it's Piccolo. You can exchange with Piccolo. I see. I never LR'd them, so I don't know. Let's see if Piccolo's 100 times better. He +5 attack and defense. Yeah. Recovers 10% for 1 turn. It's only for 1 turn. 3 or more key spheres obtained. That's nice. 11 or more key spheres obtained. Holy. So you have to get 11 or more. That's going to be pretty hard. As a second or third attacker, chance of evading enemy's attack. Yep. So I think this is how you'd want it. Have Goku out for most of the time. Oh no, this guy's a stacker though. Greatly raises defense. So you'd want Piccolo, then wow. So you'd want to change into Piccolo and then exchange. Yo, how does this LR work? I completely forgot how this LR works. I forgot how this LR works. Oh no. Like, he's a stacker, so he might actually be good. But it says as a second or third attacker. But with that, so is it like you want to be Piccolo, stack up with him, then switch into Goku? What? Like, okay, now I'm just trying to see. I think this is Goku's details. So Goku can be first slot. I think first stack up with Piccolo a little bit. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I think these guys are gonna be phenomenal. Again, I don't know if it's Goku exchanges into Piccolo and then Piccolo also exchanges into Goku. If that's the case, I would stack up with Piccolo a little bit and then switch into Goku, and Goku should be unkillable. But yeah, let me know how excited you guys are for this. Remember, if we're on the road to 1,000 subs, if you guys like, remember, like, subscribe, and turn the post notification bell. Peace out, answers. Take care.